Okay. Next. So if you are still yet to do with any mocks, I would recommend you to do the pending mocks, but not in the last 3 days. So last 3 days you should not do any mocks, or neither you should do anything new in the last 3 days. And if you want to do something right now, कुछ complete करना है, कुछ mocks लेना है, you can do it right now. But let's assume my exam is on 20th, for example. Okay. So then 20th के पहले 19, 18, 17. So today I should stop doing anything new. I should stop taking any more mocks. Okay. Whatever mocks I've done, I'll tell you about it. What do I need to revise in the last 3 days, etc. I'll talk about that. But if I'm in the last 3 days of if I'm in the last 3 days of my exam, then I should not be taking anything new. I should not be doing anything new. I should only be analyzing what I have done. But for some of you, your exams could be there on 22nd, 23rd, maybe 24th. So in that case, you still have time. So complete whatever is the pending thing and take maybe whatever pending mocks are there. 6 premium mocks and 2 free mocks. And then there are other class K mocks also. So bare minimum should be the 6 premium mocks. Okay. If you have time, the 2 more mocks, the 2 free mocks. And if you still have further time, then अगर हो चुका है ये 8 mocks, then class K website पे there are further earlier mocks that I had made. So you can take those also, if the time permits. Okay. If there is no time, right now, let's say I'm on 16th and my exam is on 20th, then in that case, what I should do on a daily basis, let's say 17, 18, 19, and assume around 20th is my exam date. Then 17th, I would do the subject which is my weakest subject. Okay, so 17, not one subject, at least 3 subjects, because we have only 3 days and 10 subjects. So 10 upon 3 will be like 3 subjects. So this goes for level 2 also. So I will do the weakest subject on 17. Okay, that is 3 days before. And then the strongest subjects will be there on 19. But with one exception, ethics should be done daily, because you cannot again revise ethics on the date of the exam also. Okay, so with daily at least around, let's say, half an hour to 1 hour ka ethics questions, that is what your like daily should be. So weakest 3 subjects at the at the क्या बोलूं उसको, at the earliest like 17, and strongest 3 subjects on 19, and middle in the 18th one, and ethics on a daily basis. Now, despite doing this on the date of the exam, you may feel कि कुछ याद ही नहीं है. ये common है. Like on the date of the exam, you might get a feel कि तुम लोग भी था. On the date of the exam, it's like common feeling that I have forgot something. You have not. But it's because there's so much of knowledge that you have tried to remember that it gets a feeling that I don't recollect anything. ये काफी common है. So don't get panic because of that. Once the exam question will come, when we'll start seeing the questions on the screen, you will recollect the stuff. Okay. Second, about the exam, I'll talk about it. But again, in terms of the preparation, I'll talk like as of now, I'm talking about the 3 days, what you should do in those 3 days. One is ye jo 6 premium mocks hai, each and every question that you got it wrong. I believe you already started analysis of that. Like between the 2 premium mocks, there was a gap. So I believe you have started doing analysis, but now for the final time, you know that you're not going to be able to see those questions again ever. Okay, so from that perspective, look at all, like you have taken, let's say 6 premium mocks, that is 180 into 6, around 1000 questions. Let's say I got 70% right, still I have 300 questions that I have got wrong. So I have 300 questions to analyze, and I have 3 days for that. 100 wrong questions analysis per day is gonna a big task. So make sure that you go through each and every question which has gone wrong, for the case that it's premium mock. So from that perspective, you know what I'm talking about it. So the similar kind of questions are going to come in the exam, not exactly, but similar kind of questions could come in the exam. Okay, so look at all the questions that have gone wrong in premium mock specifically, and then those 990 questions of premium question bank also. So in this 3 days or whatever, the 317, 18, 19, I would look at premium question bank, all the questions, right, wrong, whatever, and premium mocks. I can't do all the questions, but at least I will look at all the questions that have gone wrong. Clear? Apart from this, so मैंने starting वाले lectures like how to do revision में, so whatever I mentioned about it, you look at the key concepts at the end of the chapter. Now you don't have time, I guess, to read the notes again. Be it class notes or be it the Shweza's notes, you don't have the time to go through it again. So what I would do is I would look at only the key concepts which are there at the end of the chapter, and maybe it should book some chapters ka Yashita sent us the summary of few chapters. flash revision करके there was a folder. उसमें there is issued book summary. So if you get time, look at the issued book summary of those few chapters are available. But key concepts at the end of the chapter very important. And then Agastya ने बोला था formula book. I'll try to find out. Did I send you guys a formula book in level 1? There is a formula book. I'll just send and I'll quick sheet is different. Quick sheet is different. Just a formula sheet kind of thing. एक summary sheet है, एक summary book है. Okay, which called as Schweizer's secret sauce करके bullshit book. I would not say that you should look at the secret sauce in the last 3 days. Key concepts at the end of the chapter, bold words on each page is better as compared to looking at that secret sauce. But formula, I would say कि okay, cons के formula, portfolio management formula, look at it every day. Especially cons, RSS upon TSS, R square, MSR upon MSE. This formula which are there at the last one case, R into square root of n minus 2 upon square root of 1 minus R square. Do it daily. Don't look at it. Last दिन देखूंगा या देखूंगी at the time of exam. Last दिन there will be so many things that you may not get time to recap those formulas. So cons, portfolio management, fixed income, minus G to delta I, plus half C delta I square, V minus V plus upon 2 V 0 delta I. Do these formulas like on a daily basis so that if direct question comes on that, you will not lose marks. Okay. Anything else you guys want to add? Like हम लोग ही level 2 दे रहे हैं actually. But anything that you want to give advice level 1 guys? Exam में मार मेरे these 3 days right of now. In this last 96 hours or 80 hours of preparation. हाँ, important. During these 3 days, sleep well, properly and align your sleep cycle properly to your exam timings. ये मैंने पहले ही बोला था, if you are taking an exam at 9 o'clock and you are like Kalyan, etc. coming from Nalasopara, coming from far places, you will have to leave your home at around 6 o'clock or maybe earlier than that. So make sure that you have a habit of waking up at 5:30. Okay. Or in general, others at least waking up at 6 o'clock. Those who are like 1 hour from the centers, exam centers. For that, you need to sleep early. Okay. Especially for those guys who have an exam at 9 o'clock. Those who have an exam at 4 o'clock, I believe they have chosen the right time according to me. So that even if you are like having a habit to study entire night, you can sleep till 12 o'clock. You can sleep till 1 o'clock and then wake up and go for the exam. So I would say I would have preferred 4 p.m. Mola timing for this perspective. But if you have chosen 9 a.m., then you need to modify your sleep schedule and you need to sleep at around 10 o'clock and wake up at around 5 o'clock for the next 3 days properly. Otherwise, it will be a very difficult task. ये मेरे साथ खुद हुआ था. I tried to sleep. I generally sleep properly at around 10, 11 o'clock. But on the date of the exam, I stay at Thane. An exam was at Kandivali. And Ghodbunder Road, I'm talking about 2009. अभी भी खराब है. तभी तो और खराब था. I didn't have a car by then. One option was that I'll wake up early in the morning and go to Dadar to Kandivali and take a train from take a rickshaw from Kandivali. But like इस बीच में अगर suppose कुछ हुआ, mega block or train gets stuck, how will I reach? So from that perspective, for each of my exam, level 1, level 2, level 3, I stayed at a place near to the exam center, which was my relative's place. One was at level 3 kid and friend ke place, level 1 and level 2 kid and relative place, which is not a good strategy. I'll tell you the reason why, because I could not sleep properly. A, it was a new place, and B, I had an exam. Both things combined, on all of these 3 occasions, I did not sleep properly. Especially level 3 exam was a hell because I stayed at my friend's place and these guys were partying. Because it was like exam was on Sunday, so Saturday they were partying. And because of that, or तीसरा pressure, एक तो exam, second new place, and third these guys were having this noise, so I could not sleep on any of the nights before the exam. So I would not recommend this strategy of going to someone's place nearby the exam center, which I don't think so anyone would be planning to do it, but I'm just saying. Okay, so sleep properly before the date. I mean, not before the night, for 3 nights before that. Okay. And now let's come to the exam day. Okay, so if you talk about the exam day के पहले ही bag सब pack कर देना. Send a list of documents which you should carry. Just one important thing is passport and calci. That is a base minimum that you need to carry, and baki are all allied, etc. to make your life better. But without passport and without calci, your life will be hell. Passport without you will not be allowed to enter. Okay, appointment letter printout not required, but advisable to carry just in case, at least in the screenshot format, but not, I mean, not compulsory, but passport is required to be compulsory. Passport, make sure, keep it safe and handy. मेरे साथ भी ये हुआ था. In 2009, when I was taking my level 1 exam, I used to stay with my grandfather in Vidyavihar because my college was in Somaya, so MBA kara tha. And my passport was at Thane with my mom and dad. And one night, I realized a packing bag a passport nahi hai. So my mom actually had to come from Thane to give the passport to me. Okay, so make sure you keep your passport safe with you. And then again, वो जो मैंने बोला था कि before that, just see if you're gonna go with someone. Like if you're going with someone, make sure that that guy does not disturb you during the journey. Does not ask you a lot of questions. कि ये किया, he said. That guy should not be an irritating guy. If you're traveling with that guy during the exam, that journey should not give you pressures. Okay, that guy should mind his business and you guys should mind your business. Or if you're gonna have a discussion, it should be a proper, healthy discussion. You should not have that kind of thing कि यार मेरा कुछ हुआ नहीं है kind of thing. And vice versa. Okay, so if you're traveling with someone, make sure that you are not gonna be having this kind of discussion. ये नहीं हुआ, तू तो गया, ये सब नहीं होना चाहिए during that travel time. Okay. Backup calci I had mentioned earlier कि try to like contact those guys जिनका exam हो चुका है और those guys जिनका exam होने वाला है, get that backup calci so that in case worst case your calci goes off, you have some calci as a backup. Okay, and that other thing which I can't say right now. समझा मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ ना? That other thing which I can't say right now. Okay, so do that also. And you guys want to add something? तो name वाला आपने बोला था? हाँ ये important है. ये जेमी ने already आके check किया होगा या मैंने check किया होगा. The name on the passport should exactly match what you have given to the CF Institute. But again, just to cross verify now, check it. My passport, Rajaram Kamath. My CF Institute name, Rajaram Suhas Kamath. I will not be allowed. I repeat, my passport name, Rajaram Kamath. My CFA Institute name, Rajaram Suhas Kamath. I will not be allowed. Okay, my passport name Rajaram Suhas Kamath, CF Institute ka name Rajaram Kamath. I will be allowed, but with a warning that I should get my name changed, but I'll be allowed. Okay. बाकी ऑन द एग्जाम डे कॉपी वॉपी का तो सोचो ही मत. ऑब्वियसली मतलब अभी तो तुम्हारा और तुम्हारे बाजू वाले का क्वेश्चन और नंबर का ऑर्डर भी चेंज हो सकता है. Okay, but पहले I used to say this very specifically that when you are sitting, don't even try. Forget try. I mean, just look down. Don't even look like this or this. Okay, because पहले क्या होता था? Now this is not there, but पहले क्या होता था? That like in the colleges of what happened, like say I believe that he's copying, so I'll go and tell him don't copy. I'm watching you. They used to do nothing like that. They used to directly write his number and submit it directly, and used to get a mail that you have been accused of copying. And if both guys, there are two supervisors, so if both guys have pointed him out, he's out. His paper will not be evaluated. But now this is not happening because you are in front of a PC. So chances, I mean, the opportunities of cheating are lesser. But even if there's opportunity, don't do that. Because again, I said कि अगर दो में से दोनों बंदों ने, like those two supervisors mentioned that there is a, like this guy was doing cheating, then their papers are not going to be elected. So don't think about the cheating wala part. Rough papers milte hai, no? Like whatever papers you want, you get that. Okay, and importantly, while doing the paper, the first half of it, the first 27 questions are from which subject. And I don't think so that subject is a really interesting subject to start your day and start your exam with. Ethics. Okay, unless you are very strong with that, you then you go ahead with the first 27 questions of ethics. If you are neutral or you are weak, start from question number 28, go till question number 90, and then come back to question number 1 to 27. Okay, I would have done this because I'm not bad in ethics, but I'm not great at ethics also. And ethics is theory. I don't want to start my day with like looking at the theory questions altogether. There's no numericals in ethics. So I don't want to start, I wouldn't have wanted to start with ethics, which I didn't do that. Like in my all the 3 levels, I did not start with ethics. Okay. So again, I leave it to you guys. If you are strong in ethics, you're like, I'm good in ethics, then that's a good thing for you that you have all 27 questions of ethics like together given to you. Okay, but if you're not, don't start with ethics, start with question number 28. Okay, but first 27 questions give a very, very, very important because there's an ethics adjustment. What is ethics adjustment? For example, if minimum passing score is 120 and I'm at 119, but I've scored great marks in ethics, despite being lesser than a minimum passing score, I still could be given a benefit of doubt and I could be passed. So it is very important that those 27 questions of ethics that you are solving, you should get at least 20 right on a minimum basis, or even more than that. Okay. And time to sufficient time, like today also you had a sufficient time. All the premium mocks exams, you had a sufficient time. Gaurav to actually like 2.5 hours में चला गया. Gaurav, and he was asking कि sir exam में क्या करूँ? Don't leave, obviously. Don't leave. You have paid 1,10,000 for this 4.5 hours. So don't leave the exam center early. Okay, so sit, get bored, whatever, but look at each question again and again and again till the time gets exhausted. Do take the 30 minutes ka break. Don't be in a hurry to finish the second half. Do take the 30 minutes ka break. Don't use the washrooms in that 2 or 15 minutes. Use the washroom in that 30 minutes. Okay. I don't think so. If you guys have anything to ask me during exam day or something, ask कुछ पूछना है तो. If you have anything doubt that you want to ask. हाँ, important. मैंने जो like I told you at the start. At the start, make sure that your systems are good. Okay. This is not your personal PC that like I am very comfortable with this. I am not comfortable with this. So I bought this, but you don't have this liberty. Okay. So get comfortable with that PC. See whether your mouse is working properly or not. See whether your keyboard is working properly or not. If you find anything problem, just tell the supervisor before the start of the exam. Okay. You can start the exam before 9 o'clock also. But I wouldn't recommend that. I would say that you get settled over there. Okay. Whatever, like you're wearing sweatshirt instead. So if you want, you like wear sweatshirt, it's like get settled and then start the exam. Like don't hurry up in starting the exam. Okay. And I think they give this earplugs. Most of the time they will give you earplugs so that you won't get disturbed, but there's no guarantee. So it's better that you carry your own earplugs. Okay, that is cotton plugs, etc. Whatever you are comfortable with, like over the ear plugs, if you're comfortable, carry those, or cotton plugs, etc. Whatever you're comfortable with. What do they give? Over the ear they give it? Headphones type they give it. That's it, I guess. Baki temperature in the room was very cold over there, which will not be under your control. So you can request, but it's better you carry your sweatshirts, etc. हाँ, अगर PC बंद हो गया, don't get panic. Your answers are stored. Okay, but that's what I was telling to Krishu. But it is better that you also write on the rough sheet what are your answers, so that in case PC goes off and in case if the answers are not saved, you at least have a paper. So if the paper restarts and the timer is still lesser, you have the answers ready, you can quickly mark them. So always write down the answers in your rough sheet. Anything else? You are missing out? Huh?
शूज मत पहन के रख
Why?
तो सब चेक करते हैं सॉक्स वगैरह सब एकदम डिटेल में चेक करते हैं टाइम वेस्ट करवाते हैं उसकी अगर बाहर जाना पड़ा तो टाइम वेस्ट so it's sir तो
मतलब there's no kind of dress code. There's no kind of a dress code. As I've seen like people come out with like normal shorts, etc. The people are coming. There's no dress code. Okay, so whatever you're comfortable with, they can wear and go. Okay, and shoes come मैंने whatever मतलब चेक करते हैं
सॉक्स निकलवा फिर
चेक करते हैं
पूरा
मेरे टाइम तो बिस्लरी के बॉटल का वो जो बिस्लरी का लेबर है वो भी निकाला था क्रेजी इरेजर का वो जो होता है ना क्या कैमल या वो भी निकालते हैं
स्टेशनरी तो भी देते हैं ना सर
अच्छा दे देते हैं तो ड्यूरिंग माय टाइम यू आर आई वाज कैरिंग सो दे यूज्ड टू रिमूव दैट
पेन देते हैं और दो शीट
वन मोर थिंग कैल्सी का जो एक व्हाइट कलर का अंदर है ना वो
अलाउड है मोस्टली
अलाउड है
मोस्टली
डोंट कैरी दैट व्हाइट कलर का जो गाइड शीट है व्हिच इज एक्चुअली पॉइंटलेस डोंट कैरी दैट एंड बाय द वे हां आई फॉरगॉट अबाउट इट व्हाइल गोइंग फॉर द एग्जाम they might reset your calci. So if they reset your calci, you have to do three things that you know. One is second and dot. DEC should be 4, decimal should be 4 and enter. That's one thing. Second and 8. Remember second and 8, start function. It should be linear. So if it is not linear, you have to press second and enter to get it linear. Third one is second and SL. Second and 4, depreciation. उसमें SL होगा, SL we can do that, so do second and enter till you see DB 200, ये कर लेना. And just for your safety check second and I slash y, उसमें P slash y should be 1. So I repeat four things: second and dot DC 4 and enter. Okay, second and I slash y, P slash y should be 1 and enter. Okay, second and 8. Okay, if it is not linear, you have to press second enter until you see linear. And second and 4 depreciation, scroll down करके जो SL आता है, switch that to DB equal to 200 by pressing second enter. ये चारा चीज करना ही, मतलब at home या if your calculator reset over there. And I think that you should take that half an hour break. You can take lesser than that also. Like you can come early and start early also, but don't try to take breaks in that 2 or 15 minutes. Try to use that middle time for eating something or going for a washroom break, etc. Okay? After exam, basically the legal rule says that you cannot disclose any questions. You can say equity was tough, fixed income was tough, etc. etc. You cannot say, but CAPM asked in equity was tough, or Gordon growth rate formula was tough, I could not recollect that. You cannot say that. Okay? And ये मैं बोलता हूँ बट ये लोग करते हैं. मैंने भी किया था कि like don't discuss the paper with others, but we discuss that. I mean, like don't discuss मतलब like कैसा गया कैसा गया कैसा गया, ये होगा discussion, I know about it, but don't overthink on that. या सबका अच्छा गया मेरा खराब गया etc. Don't overthink on that, because now you're nothing in control. Like what can you do with that? Like next 45 days you have to forget that you have taken an exam, and you have to remember that you have taken an exam on the result date. So after the exam, don't overthink on that. It went well, it went. The point is that suppose I went illegal and discussed one question, for example, and I realized that it went wrong. What can I do? My day completely got spoiled because of that. So A is not legally allowed, and B is not going to help anything to me. And now I'll just pause the recording. You're using something. Okay. Anything that you guys want to ask? Someone asking something, but if it is recorded, okay, it's already there and there's recording, so I'm going to send that recording. Okay? Target on the date of the exam is similar to what it is, but the thing is that you don't know what is the target. If exam is easy, it's easy for everyone. Minimum passing score could increase. If exam is tough for everyone, minimum passing score could go down. Okay, so you would find the exam, इनका experience भी है, you would find the exam similar on the level of premium mocks. It could be easier, could be difficult, not very different from the premium mocks. Okay, but it could be very different from my mocks, or it could be very different from the free mocks. But it will be on the level of premium mocks kind of thing. Some questions you might see, यार ये तो मैंने किया है premium mocks में, ये वाला भी feel आ सकता है. Okay, but as I said कि 125 out of 180 will guarantee a pass. 120 above, you have a good chance of passing, not guarantee. And 115 और उससे नीचे जो जाएगा, that will be like having a like very rarely you will be passed if you are scoring 115 or below. So target on the date of the exam is 125 on a minimum like basis, which means that you have 55 marks to still lose and still pass. So if some questions are like going haywire and not able to understand, don't get panic. You have 55 mistakes to make and you can still pass the exam. So don't get panic if, let's say, if 3 questions consecutively are going wrong. I mean, going wrong, but I'm not able to have any idea. Okay? Anything else? Perfect. पक्का कुछ पूछना नहीं है? Alright, all the best. And as I said, जो late join can play, you can still take premium mocks more if you have 3 more, at least more than 3 days left for the exam. You already are going to ask something?
Yeah, so on the last day, like on the very last day, what should we do?
On the very last day, what we should do? As I said earlier, on the very last day, I will feel that I have forgotten everything. So be from that minimum expectation that you will be at that point that you would be like completely saturated, you'll be completely drained by that, and you would have think like I forgot everything. So on the last day, I would say when you're traveling to the exam center, I mean, assuming 9 o'clock was a slot, you'll be waking up at 5 o'clock, you will be leaving home at around 6 o'clock, 6:30, you'll be leaving from your home. I would say travel time, try to do nothing, or max, try to look at the formulas. Do not look at anything new. Okay, on that day, just maybe some formulas that you have always had a difficulty remembering, just try to see those formulas or do nothing, frankly. Problem 4 बजे वालों का है, पूरा दिन करे क्या? So you have to study on that day. So when you are planning your revisions, you can keep count that day also because you have time till 4 o'clock on that day. So you keep that day as something to do, maybe something to revise on that day. The most difficult that you can keep it on that day to revise. But 9 o'clock, I would say leave that day. Don't count that day. Just maybe some formulas, that's it. But the worst thing that you could do is whoever you're traveling with, discussing with that guy would lead to nothing. Unless that guy's gonna teach you something, which I don't think so on last day you would like to teach someone. Okay. I would try to come with you guys maybe if you guys are on my way and if I wake up early and I have a mood to drive, maybe I'll put it on the group, maybe from Thane till wherever with sentences. In case there are many guys who want to join, then probably and if I'm in the mood to drive on that day. But again, उस दिन अगर तुम लोग मेरे साथ हो डाउट्स वाउट्स पूछ सकते हो बट अगेन तुम लोग का ऐसा फील हो सकता है उस दिन कि यार मुझे कुछ नहीं आता सो ट्राई इफ यू गोना कम विद मी देन ट्राई नॉट टू आस्क क्वेश्चंस व्हिच आर लाइक टू डिफिकल्ट और यू माइट गेट डिमोटिवेटेड ठीक है एनीथिंग एल्स नो ठीक है ऑल द बेस्ट do well you will do well I mean if you are doing well in the premium mocks you will do well in the actual exam nothing to worry frankly okay good
Sir,